Welcome to TradersArmy.com, defending your right to build wealth and preserve capital for generations to come.
Welcome everybody to the Daily Market Commentary. My name is Charlie Fulkerson, joined by my dad, Chuck Fulkerson.
Good morning, everybody, and welcome to today's edition of the Daily Market Commentary. I've got my amazing co-host Charlie here with me today as we are going to take a look at the markets, 10 to 12 different futures markets, identifying potential breakout trades and turning points from an educational perspective. For those of you new to the channel, make sure that you click the subscribe button down below so that you get the alerts and the updates as they come out. So let's go ahead and get started. Now, as we get started today, we're going to first start. Which one of these should we start with, Charlie? We've got four of them.
I'll go with the NQ.
Today, we're going to start with the NQ. So when we click on the NQ, we're going to look at the NQ first. So looking at the NQ, yesterday I talked about this blue line here. Now this blue line looks like it's acting as a ceiling, and as price has hit this level and fallen, hit it again and fallen, and hit it again and fallen. So something that's acting as a ceiling. Charlie, what happens if we go up through the ceiling?
We go through the ceiling and then we bounce off the next ceiling.
Right. So when price goes through the ceiling, and our ceiling would be this area up here, when price goes through the ceiling, it's going to go up, up, up in search of that next ceiling. So I will tell you, I was a little encouraged yesterday with the fact that we didn't quite get there and then we sold off. So, yesterday I talked about how I was really not going to do anything unless I got the breakout above 7,500. So we didn't get it. So it was time for me to hold off and not do anything on the NQ. I was going to let that one be. So next one we're going to look at, since I've looked at the NQ, let's go look at the ES. So looking at the ES, we see a potential reversal position down here at 28.65. Now this is one that we talked about last week that hit on Friday, where we had the origin of this move up. Now remember, this move up it exists because there was a little bit of sideways price action, and that sideways price action was fair price value before a rally higher. So that created the bottom of a mountain, right? We talk about slides and mountains. That was the bottom of a mountain. So who takes over
at the bottom of the mountain? I know, the bulls.
Right. So what button do you push when the bulls take over?
Buy.
The buy button. Very good. Now this one, though, we have a dashed line. So on a dashed line, let me show you this one real quick and make sure that everybody understands how it works. When it's a dashed line that we have set up, that doesn't mean that we're just going to buy as soon as it touches the area. In this instance, what we do is we look at it and we say, if price comes into this area, then we activate the trade. So the trade would be activated only if we trade to this area right here. So this is what activates the trade. Then once it's activated, then we buy as it comes out of the level. So it's a confirmation level, but we're not buying it as it's still going down. We're waiting for price to go back up just a little bit. So this area right here could be a decent little reversal. Next, let's look at the crude oil levels. So crude, we also have another day of very sideways price action, not a whole lot happening. So nothing I'm going to add in crude. If it's just going sideways, it's not going up, it's not going down, it's not doing anything super exciting. Gold, we may have a potential for a breakdown below this area here. I actually have stayed away from gold over the last couple of days, and so I don't want to add anything new to the list here in gold. But gold, we have a potential breakdown here below this region with these lower swing highs. So just keep an eye on that for a potential. Moving over to our bonds and our currency markets, the Aussie has given us a little bit of a potential breakdown below our line that we talked about yesterday. So if you're so inclined, you do have an opportunity to get short on this breakdown below the Aussie. But really, nothing else to add on any of our other markets, the euro, the bonds, or the Canadian. The bonds, we did get a potential breakdown overnight off of this area here. We still have a better reversal opportunity up here, but we may not get there. And then certainly, last but not least, in the Great British Pound and the Japanese Yen, in Nat Gas, we have a little bit of a reversal. Price has hit our level and has started to move down. So those of you that took the Nat Gas trade, that's working out for you pretty well. Let me know in the comment section below if you were able to jump in on that one. The British Pound, I didn't have anything really on to add, but I am going to add this little level down here. Don't know if or when we're going to get there, but I like this for a potential reversal point. We may even have another reversal point right here. I'm going to hold off on adding it at the moment. You know what? I am going to add this, but I'm going to put an alert on it just to see what it looks like when price gets to this area, because I'm not totally sold on the level, but I will have an alert so to see what happens when price gets to that region. I use alerts pretty frequently as a way to tell me, what the markets just may do. But overall, not a whole lot of price action today that I see occurring unless we get the breakout above 7,500 in the NQ. Potentially the breakdown in gold, and then that reversal in crude and the breakdown in the Aussie. So, I hope everybody has an absolutely great trading day. If there's something you need, please feel free to send me an email, chuck@iiefinancial.com. I will talk to you all soon. Thanks so much.